I'm Stan Verrett. There's been all that talk about the Lakers adding an all-star forward from another team while they were waiting for the one they already have.
Yeah, he's back. LeBron James and his injured groin back after 17 games on the shelf or the bench. Listen, it's 5 players on the floor functioning as one single unit, team. No one more important than the other, or when one is more important than the other. That's the one we're going to focus on, and that one is LeBron James. Gets the pass down low. Was Rusty was ready? No. Drops it right there. Turnover, James. Later in the first, James looking like his usual bad self. That works right by there. Using the glass right there. Kyle Kuzma found him. James grabs a rebound. Down court to Kuzma. Kuzma, he's a little gimpy too, but he was coming back. Said if James is coming back, I better get back. And to get back, he does. Later, LeBron on the bench. Brandon Ingram coming off the huge game up in that trade value going against Tobias Harris. That's a West LA fadeaway right there, and got fouled. Tough jumper. LeBron James gets out of his seat for that one to cheer on Ingram. You wonder how that Anthony Davis trade might go if Ingram will be his teammate that much longer. Montrezl Harrell down low. James swipes at it, forces the turnover. James up top. Lance Stevenson. Does he go Jimmy? Oh, yeah, Jimi Hendrix on us. And the wind cries Mary. Still in the second quarter, Rajon Rondo grabbing the rebound, making it happen. James sprinting by his side. Little drop back pass to him into the paint. Gortat goes down. James, 5 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds at the half. He had 3 turnovers in the first quarter. Step back, Bobby Jackets. James in the fourth quarter. You got LeBron James looking like James Harden right there. Lance Stevenson. All along the watchtower. Lance Stevenson. Voodoo chillin'. Lance Stevenson's going off. I mean, encore. Play it. Play that funky music. James. Tough turnaround in the paint. The Lakers lead is 2 with 5 minutes to go. 3.5. They're locked up in a tight one. Rondo drops it to Ingram. Misses. James the rebound up and in. This thing's going cross roll as Chandler flexes. Final 30 seconds. The three-pointer to tie it up. Final 35 seconds, getting a quick 2 for 1. Stevenson needs his instrument tuned. We got 11 seconds left, fourth quarter. Hey, Michael Wilbon was at the Lakers game, kind enough to walk across the street. Come join us. All right, LeBron James been out 17 games. Our Tim Legler said he slowed the Lakers down. That was a good thing. What did you see?
Understandably careful. I mean, LeBron was not reckless. He's getting in there for the first time after missing 17 games. And, Neil, you could tell he was a little ginger. A couple times he actually landed and looked at his feet as if to say, who's around me before I move these legs and suffer another injury here. And, of course, the last thing the Lakers can have, Neil, they're going to have to win 20 games probably, something like that, yeah. 19, 20, and they're about to go on the road. So all of a sudden, nobody was saying must win. But the Clippers and Lakers, you could feel pregame how important each of these teams thought as they go on the road. This game was to win, and the Lakers are at Golden State Saturday night, so they got to get going here at some point.
From big game to a big trade, and it's not the trade we thought we were going to be talking about. Anthony Davis, we're still wondering what's going to happen there. At least New Orleans is picking up the phone from what we've heard. But New York calls Dallas, trades Porzingis. The Knicks are getting killed by a lot of people. Knickerbockers, I think, was the New York Post headline. But the Knicks said, hey, Porzingis didn't want to be here. We had to get rid of him. Your thoughts on that deal?
Well, the Knicks also freed up between $69 and $75 million or more. They can free up some more. Look, this is about going out and getting 2 big-time free agents, Neil. Right. And the names you keep hearing, whether you were in Staples Center tonight or across the country, talking to anybody in the industry, you kept hearing Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And we're going to hear that kind of speculation. This isn't the only place we're hearing it. But listen, it would behoove, the Lakers have to love that storyline if true. Because if Kyrie Irving is somewhere else, anywhere else, like New York even, it means he's not in Boston. And that becomes, in theory, a less attractive place for AD to be traded. I mean, why would that be a desired destination if Kyrie Irving is not there? Again, none of this stuff's going to get sorted out anytime soon. But, you know, these things come in waves. And right now, that's one of the things you keep hearing across the basketball landscape.
Well, I mean, but Porzingis, you know, first he was booed when they drafted him, then he almost developed into where they were. Is he going to be a generational talent? Now he's been unable to stay healthy. So were you surprised when you heard this?
I think it's surprising that any team might say, okay, we're not going to wait to find out if he's healthy. And this is a serious injury. There was some video a while back, a few weeks back, of him running, sprinting. We haven't seen that lately. Don't know what that means, if anything. But now, if you are Dallas and you look, the 3 superstars seems to be the formula for an NBA contention, serious contention, right? Well, you can't get 3 until you get 2. And you figure you've got 2. If you look at Doncic, all-star or not, and I guess he's not going to be on the all-star team, you got Doncic and a healthy Porzingis, then you may be 2/3 of the way there if you're the Dallas Mavericks. You got to be feeling pretty good about yourselves.
All right, we got the New York Daily News. You got to see this. You think that will eventually come true?
Well, I told you, I gave you 2 of those names.
You gave us 2.
Of course, they also have
Zion,
Knicks winning.
Yeah,
reaching in there and getting a cold envelope. Is that we're going back to that 1985?
Oh, there we go. David Stern on line 1. Michael, you know that's not true.
But that's what, again, you know, coast to coast, that's what we're hearing tonight. And does it mean anything? Not yet. Yeah. But they're selling hope in New York. It's been a long time since they had any.
Michael Wilbon, our show is always better when he's on it.
Thank you, Neil.
All right, here's an interesting matchup. Sixers taking on the Warriors in Oakland. Warriors back home after sweeping a 5-game road trip. Overall win streak at 11 games. Home debut for DeMarcus Cousins. Joel Embiid there to see him. And Cousins getting there. He had 7 points. Shot just 3 for 10. Wasn't a great night for him. Embiid, no sir on the 3. Cousins up ahead of the play on the other end, gets the dunk. And a little stare down there. And Embiid's like, oh, that. Earmuffs. Then Embiid got his answer on the fast break. Look at this. Woo! 26 points and 20 boards for Embiid, though he shot just 8 for 24. And Cousins is like, respect. Steph Curry, red hot in the first half. 3 and the foul. Later, Curry, no Klay Thompson for the Warriors in this one, so Curry splashing by himself. Pointing at Reggie Miller there. Curry, 23 points in the first half, shot 6 for 7 on threes. Warriors by 7 at halftime, but here come the Sixers in the third, when the Warriors usually dominate. Embiid working on Cousins, tie game. Next possession, Embiid can't hit, but Ben Simmons can. 26 for Simmons on just 13 shots as the Sixers take the lead. Later in the third, Sixers off a turnover. Jimmy Butler will finish. They close the third on a 36-17 run. Draymond Green trying to pump up Cousins and his teammates after that third quarter. Let's go to the fourth. See if the Warriors had a comeback in them. Curry's going to have to lead them. But he's off the mark. He did hit 10 of his 18 threes. He had 41 points. But it wasn't enough. He gets blocked by Mike Muscala there. Very impressive road win for Philadelphia going in to Oakland and snapping the Warriors' 11-game win streak. 113-104, the final.
We weren't there mentally. We weren't there competitively, and we got what we deserved. I thought they totally outplayed us in the second half. Should have had a much bigger lead at halftime, but we got really careless. And then they took it to us in the second half. We weren't ready. We didn't respond with competitive desire and intelligence and execution. So we got what we deserved.
So the streak is over, and if you wonder how Philly did it, they did it with defense. They held Golden State to just 104 points, their fewest since Christmas Day. The Warriors now 0-9 this season when they're held below 105 points.
Harry and myself, Elle Duncan, a EuroLeague takeover in Dallas. Yeah, right.
We've got all over the league.
Apparently, we've got more on the Kristaps Porzingis trade and who benefited the most, plus all the stars from Atlanta. We'll talk to 3 Super Bowl champs in a minute.
Yes, we will. But you see Chinea Agwumbike with us this morning. Why is she here? Because we're going to talk about LeBron James after 17 games.
Oop, there it is.
LeBron is back. 6-11 without him today. What did you expect out of LeBron in game 1?
You know, I was not surprised that he had a slow start. But here, if you watch this play, clearly he's watching James Harden with the step back, step back.
We'll get into what LeBron felt about how he performed last night, if he felt 100%, where he was mentally, physically, more on that in a minute. But he got some help from Lance Stephenson. This was good Lance Stephenson last night.
Make him dance, Lance. Lance has been playing great basketball, you know, lately. He's been a boost off the bench, knocking down long-range shots.
You talk about long range, 5 of 8 from 3 off the bench. Big night from Stephenson. He would contribute late in this game. LeBron back in the game. Lakers lead by 6. Rondo drops it off to Brandon Ingram. Misses the three-pointer. LeBron there for the putback.
Yeah, he was a little out of rhythm to start, so he started doing the little things. Rebounding, passing, triple-doubling.
He was close.
Very
40
close.
seconds left in the game. Tobias Harris hits the 3. Steve Ballmer loves it. Still tied at 112. 10 seconds to go. LeBron drives, strips.
Yeah, Tobias Harris is playing like the all-star snub he is. Big possession on one end, another big possession on the other end. Most refs would give LeBron the call, but guess what? This is clean defense right
Yeah,
here.
and you saw LeBron's like confident. I'll get the call.
I'll get the call.
I'll get the call. No,
Hold
he
up.
didn't.
Wait a minute.
Headed to overtime. LeBron getting ready for OT. Played 35 minutes in regulation, maybe more than the Lakers wanted him to play overall. Still, minute 20 left in the game. Good spin, good shot.
Yeah, all bets are off when it comes to the fourth quarter and overtime. That's where you try to win. And, oh, y'all, the king is back.
Yeah, he's back. He looked good when they needed to. Later in overtime, again, I brought up Stephenson, another big play out of him.
Yeah, LeBron's toughness is clearly rubbing off on his teammates.
Look at this here. Now Lance would elbow Boban Marjanovic. Didn't get called.
I mean, it's late in the game. No blood, no foul.
I like it. Clippers only down by 3, under 5 to go. Rondo tries to throw the ball at Boban. Williams grabs it. He has a chance.
Yeah, but 2 defenders there, they got lucky.
Little bit of a dicey finish for the Lakers. Either way, LeBron returns to 24 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 shy of that triple-double. Lakers win 123 to 120. LeBron, how you feeling when you return after missing 17?
You know, I'm not feeling, particularly great right now. I'm definitely ecstatic about being back out there with my guys and getting a great road win versus a team that we're, kind of, climbing, during in the playoff race. But, after being out 5 weeks, I'm feeling it right now. I wish I could click my shoes together and be home right now in my bed. So, but it's great to be back out there. I'm like 80% right now, but it felt good to be 80 and just to be back on the floor and put on the Lakers uniform again. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm here, and happy to be back.
It's a GOAT, man. You come out and play hard. You ain't play how long, and he played 40 minutes, and he wasn't even tired. So, I'm just happy we got the W.
He's the greatest player on the planet, so, he brings his superpowers.
All right, so LeBron James kind of eased his way back into the game Thursday. According to Second Spectrum, LeBron had 5 drives in the first 3 quarters and doubled that output in the fourth quarter and overtime with 10. He didn't make a shot on a drive to the basket until the fourth quarter.
There was another big game out west. The Sixers at the Oracle. Okay, so the Sixers hadn't beat the Warriors in almost 6 years. DeMarcus Cousins making his own debut. He said he wanted this matchup with Joel Embiid, and early on he took advantage of it.
Yeah, it was a good test for Boogie as a post. He had highlights, but he still has a way to go, especially coming back from that injury.
Joel Embiid missed all 5 of the 3-point attempts he took, including that one on the other end. Cousins with the dunk.
Yes, I love center on center crime. Centers are still alive in the NBA.
The big man is still around.
We still here. We out here.
Embiid got his get back, though. The little windmill dunk there. Cousins is on the bench, but he's like, all right, respect. I like it.
Yeah,
take another look.
I love it when Joel Embiid feels disrespected because that brings out the monster.
He always feels disrespected.
You're right.
Steph Curry certainly doesn't. He did a toe touch on that basket. I'm not really exactly sure how he made it, but we say that quite a bit. No Klay Thompson in this one, so Steph was able to just pick and pocket from the perimeter.
Yeah, Steph was the only one who connected beyond the arc, but Steph was definitely missing his other splash throw.
Yeah, Curry made 10 threes. Warriors up by 7 at the half. Sixers down 2 now in the third. Embiid, 26 points on this one, just shoots right over Cousins.
This guy might be the best post player in the NBA. New age, old age, nice touch. That's a guard's touch right there on that possession.
Ben Simmons there with the putback, fresh off of his first All-Star nod. Sixers take the lead, up 5 now. But the steal, Simmons to Jimmy Butler for the dunk.
Yeah, the 76ers are looking like the team you expected them to be when they got Jimmy Butler.
Oh, shockingly, Draymond Green is upset.
You mad, bro?
Yeah, he's frustrated.
They're not guarding you, Draymond.
Yeah, they're trying. Well, then
be mad at yourself.
Be mad at yourself. They try to pump each other up. To the fourth quarter we go. Curry with the 3, but this one is blocked. He had 41 points, but it wasn't enough last night. Next possession, he drives and again is blocked.
Again, Steph, I think he realized he had to do it all. KD didn't really have his best night, but this is the best version of the 76ers we found.
So Boogie's hometown debut is spoiled, and Steve Kerr really critical of his team.
We weren't there mentally. We weren't there competitively, and we got what we deserved. I thought they totally outplayed us in the second half. We didn't respond with competitive desire and intelligence and execution, so we got what we deserved.
On top of turnovers, you obviously got to be really kind of more choreographed on certain possessions when things kind of get away from us. And the pace was so fast, we never really were able to manufacture great looks for whatever reason. So I don't think we were as prepared as a team, you know, for the different looks that we were going to get tonight.
Right, there used to be a few things that were guaranteed. Death, taxes, and the Warriors winning at home. Not so much. They've gone from invincible early on to merely good. I mean, they're allowing over 10 more points per game at home this season than they did in the previous 4 seasons combined. And now they're 0-3 against the top 3 teams in the East this season, which is why, Matt, I know you're panicking.
Yeah, I am. The biggest NBA news happened off the court yesterday when Dallas traded for the Knicks Kristaps Porzingis and a 7-player, 2-draft pick blockbuster. Deal came together after Porzingis met with Knicks management Thursday and left them with the impression that he wanted to be dealt. Ask and you shall receive. The move frees up $71 million in cap space this summer. Here are the details. Here's who went where. This was big. The full trade looks like this. In addition to Porzingis, Courtney Lee, Trey Burke, and Tim Hardaway Jr., they'll be going to Dallas. As for the Knicks, they received Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, Wesley Matthews, and 2 future first-round picks. Plenty of reaction to go around.
Over time, it became clear to us that Kristaps was not completely on board with the plan that we had laid out. He is a great player, but this morning in a meeting, he confirmed that he no longer wanted to be a Knick. Given the uncertainty of going into free agency with a player who feels that way, we decided to make this trade. It's just a feeling you get as you're watching how frequently he comes to practices, how long he's around the gym, different things that he's doing. And we just started to get a feel that this might be moving in a different direction.
It's always tough to lose teammates in the middle of the year, but, you know, it's part of the gig. And, you know, I think if you have a chance to add a franchise caliber player like Porzingis, you just got to go for it.
You communicated with Porzingis since the trade?
Yeah.
What was he happy?
Yeah, he was.
What did you say to each other?
I think it was between us.
At first glance, Chene, it's like, oh, clearly the Mavs won. They got Kristaps Porzingis. But when you look at it's more nuanced. When you look at both sides of this, what stands out to you from their perspective?
I think that the Knicks made a huge gamble. As the kids say, they risked it all. And what they did here is that they passed up on the opportunity of having Kristaps Porzingis and another max player and basically got rid of Kristaps, and they're betting on the fact that they can have 2 max players this summer. Now, that's huge. And I think this summer is going to be a huge time for free agency. These are some of the guys that they're trying to shoot their shot at. But overall, if you look at this trade, I think right now Dallas sort of looks better off because now they have 2 young rising stars under the age of 23. Their best post player is now Kristaps Porzingis if he's healthy, and they haven't had a good post player since Dirk since 2012, 2013. You also have your options are now Tim Hardaway Jr. and Courtney Lee now being second, third options in New York. Now they're moving to third, fourth supporting cast options. So if you look at the big picture here, I think the Knicks made a huge gamble, and Dallas is now betting on their future, especially with Luka in this international style.
Well, both teams did that. New York with the future, with the cap space. Can they lure Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving? We'll wait and see, but certainly Dallas got much younger. Chene, thank you. Still